What's up guys? Today we are watching the Hytale combat footage, and if you're wondering what this epileptic episode is on my screen, I'm watching this live, so you know there should be a live chat here, but I think it's bugged. Okay, finally the countdown started, bro. This version of Hytale is for... Wait, we aren't even seeing the first version. Okay, so right off the bat we see sword. I got a sword, axe, mace, daggers, bow, crossbow, and shield in the offhand. In the 6th slot we see the totem thing from the last gameplay footage that you can drop down to heal. We can also see health bars over the players. And we can see the individual weapons all have special moves. This is very fast paced, so I gotta kind of catch up and all. But yeah, that we can infer from that combat is going to be fast paced. Alright, now they are fighting with bows, and this guy has seeds for some reason, and there's a guy third partying. Okay. Oh, they can talk. Okay, so sword, it looks like, is the simplest of all, just slicing for regular attacks and dashing by wasting energy. Well, not really wasting, using it. What is this guy in? So an axe looks kind of like a combo-centric weapon, where the special attack did kind of look like, getting ready for a chain of attacks. Again, this guy with the sword. Oh, okay. Well, daggers are the most spammiest weapon. Also, keep in mind that the sword is, so far as we have seen, the only one-handed weapon, so you can use a shield with it. Yeah, daggers make you very fast with lots of mobility and stuff. Okay, I mean, there's no fancy death animations and anything yet, it looks like. But yeah, I wonder how far away you can see health bars. And I don't even know if that's good. Also, it looks like from a way previous clip, the mace/hammer weapon, the special is just jumping down and ground slamming in front of you, which I don't know. These weapons do seem pretty similar, but the variety in the special attacks is, I think, what differentiates them the most. Okay, so axe is a heavier version of the sword, because it has a similar quick attack to the sword. You're just swinging in a cross-ish pattern. The heavy attack for the sword, where the yellow particles show up, is you dashing in front of yourself, and the special, which is this, when the blue and yellow show up for the sword, is if you saw spinning around and then charging in front of you, while the axe, the special, is also kind of charging to the side a bit, and the special is spinning around a lot. So the axe, which I think I was the most curious about the axe, because it doesn't have it's the most unclear what it will be, in a sense of, a sword is the basic one, mace is the heavy, slow one, and daggers are the fast, spammy one. So it seems like the axe is just a more aggressive version of the sword, if that makes sense. And the bow, we see just using the bow regularly appears to be draining the energy thing, but maybe that's just from running. For the mace, yeah, heavy attack just is a heavy attack that sends enemies flying, and the special, which you can see is on cue, you just slam everybody. I do wonder if they'll show magic, because I don't know if that's... We have only seen staffs and books just shoot out simple projectiles, but maybe they'll show something more advanced. But that's not that important right now. Also, if you caught that, whenever a player died, on the respawn screen it says all weapons lose 10% durability or something. So at least in this mode you don't drop everything you are carrying, which would make me wonder what the point of PvP would be. But maybe that's just for the survival game mode. Maybe like in mini games you drop everything you own when you die, because well, you probably won't be able to respawn. Again, I mean, not much to add like what's currently happening on screen, because they are kind of like cycling the same weapons, it looks like. Also the like central hit marker, this thing looks pretty cool, because you know it's a circle, but when you're holding up a shield it becomes a shield, and when you hit someone, like, yeah, lines come out of it to let you know that you actually landed a hit. And of course the red circle showing from where you took damage. But yeah, to recap, sword, one-handed weapon, use it in tandem with the shield. Sword, like, for the heavy attack you just, it looked like you just kind of, that, or maybe like for the alternate attack you just lift up your shield because it's in your offhand. And for the, oh, okay, this is like creative settings. Okay, they show like, I hope the rifle is a modded thing. Is that it? Wait, that's it. Hang on. We, like, the fucking premiere screen was like half of the, yeah, okay, so now we can go through it in depth. Okay, work in progress. This version of Hytale is 4 years old and was previously abandoned. Hang on, don't run away from me. It has been reassembled in a matter of weeks by the original team. The Hypixel founders reacquired Hytale 6 weeks ago, only a few months after it was cancelled in June 2025. Yeah, blah blah blah. Makes you wonder just how bad the feature creep was at Riot, because this is the version we will be playing. Okay, so when we start, we are in like a volcanic arena. Yeah, the sword. It does appear that the sword has its own, like, heavy attack. You charge forward simply with the sword, but you can like right click to block, it looks like. And when, yeah, and it looks like when the bar is charged you can unleash a special. For the daggers, the heavy attack is just jump on top of the enemy without dealing that much damage. I don't think without dealing any damage. The axe also looks like you jump forward at the enemy but also swing at them. It's kind of similar, I guess. Bow and arrow is the simplest. Regular attack, you shoot an arrow. Special attack, you shoot 3 at once. Oh, also this, like, the particles for blocking look very, very cool. Yeah, if you saw that. Again, got blocked. This guy kind of sucks at combat and just annihilates this guy. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about health bars being seen by other players, because, you know, like when you're in Skywars or whatever, if you see a guy with low health, everybody may just dogpile on him to try to get some easy loot. But when you don't know how much health the enemy has, there's like an element of risk, you know. Yeah, also it could be like, if you see now the heavy attack of the axe, I think this is an axe. You kind of like just swing it over your shoulder, but also, what's this? Like a gravestone icon I just noticed. You just kind of swing it over your shoulder, but in the volcanic like arena, the heavy attack with the axe was like a very long jump. So maybe if you pair the attacks with the jump, you get something totally different. Yeah, daggers are just, you know, spray and pray, I guess. And for the special, it looks like you kind of just charge and swing a couple of times. Like, let's look at it again. It kind of looks like you swing the 2 daggers to clear a path for yourself and then charge. I don't know, from what I'm seeing, I mean, obviously I'm a big daggers fan, as I have stated like in previous videos and such, but I don't know, I think they may be a little bit too spammy, but I do kind of love, like, especially if there's like strength potions and such that buff your attack by a fixed number. You know, you pop some steroids or whatever, jump in and just be a DPS machine. But also, as I've stated before, it looks to me like the mace is going to be the most strategic one of the weapons, mostly because it just looks so slow. So you have to be very, tactical about when you choose to attack. You can't be doing what the daggers players are doing and just spam, because you could get severely punished. And also, it kind of looks like you have to be accurate with your specials, unlike the axe, where you can just, spin it to win it, I guess. And the sword that also spins, and the daggers that kind of do AoE, if what I've seen is like accurate in my interpretation. Like the mace, it looks like, again, the special attack, it looks like you have to charge it up. Bow and arrow, I really cannot comment about that. It's just a bow and arrow. We've seen it done 1,000 times before, but I don't know how crossbows would be different. I mean, we obviously haven't seen it here, because this is like, what? It lasts... The whole thing lasted 12 minutes, and 6 of those minutes are spent waiting. But it is nice that you can see like how much damage you dealt. Like a little number pops up, in this case 26. Also, the cape physics on the Simon skin look very cool, like the leathery cape. Okay, I think the mace is like my second favorite weapon. I just have to say, I think it will be incredibly satisfying if you manage to hit. Like, look at this. How long it takes from initiating this special attack to actually landing it. You have plenty of time to get out of the way. And it will be also very satisfying for like crowd control, just jumping into a group of mobs and just wrecking their shit up. Like, imagine a combo of like jumping in with the mace and then equipping an axe and just spinning around. Yeah, the daggers kind of confuse me, because it kind of seems like when you do their specials, you do multiple things in a row, but it's hard to determine if those things are all part of the special attack or if there's just some tomfoolery happening. Also, I have to say, there is like, when someone gets killed, you see with, I think it indicates with what weapon, because this guy is fighting with a sword right now. I mean, he just switched to something else, but maybe it's a sword for everything. We will have to keep an eye for that, because I just realized, yeah, okay, it's a sword for everything. Never mind, my dreams are crushed, because they're literally unplayable because of this. Also, these icons, I'm sorry, but they don't look like they belong, and I have to say that. And I mean, I don't think there is much more to it. I do plan to make like a full combat guide when the early build actually releases, but that's a whole 2 weeks from now. Oh, actually less. Okay, I just realized. Like, look at this. You can block, it looks like, with any type of weapon. Shields just may be more effective at doing it. Like, if you... Also, I do hope that one-handed weapons do, in fact, deal less damage than both-handed. Like, you sacrifice offense for defense. If you have a one-handed sword, you deal less damage with it, but you have a whole shield to protect yourself. So, you're a tankier. But if you have like a two-handed mace or axe, or basically any of these, you don't have a shield. You can still like block kind of, but it's less effective, so you sacrifice defense for offense. It's all about that, you know, risk reward interplay. Now this, what the hell, why is this locked? It looks like this guy's wearing copper armor. We can see it has durability. This is just creative mode stuff. I'm not gonna analyze this. It's or what the hell is this? This is a combat video. Let's just move past this. But I do want to see, is the rifle guys, I don't think it's a modded item. I hope with all my heart it's a modded item. I don't think a rifle has any place in Hytale. Please let it be a modded item. I pray to you, Donald Trump, if you can hear me. Oh, it ended again. Donald Trump, if you can hear me, please let the rifle be a modded item. I don't want in Hytale, bro, please. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I could go into deeper analysis, but I'm far too lazy, and I want to be the first to release a video, so fuck that. Like, subscribe, everything, do everything, and goodbye.